Hi there, I'm Akita. Welcome to Coaching That Clicks, where I talk many things AI, brain friendly systems, productivity tips to help you be more successful in your online business. And today we're talking NotebookLM hacks. We're going to hack NotebookLM for the benefit of ourselves, of our businesses, of our brains, all that kind of good stuff. Now, I spoke about NotebookLM, which is a fabulous tool on my other YouTube channel, Products, Prompts, and Profits. And I'm going to talk about it here on this particular channel as well for Coaching That Clicks, but I'm going to add some little nice spicy bonuses at the very end of the video, so stick around for those for sure, just to kind of show you some really cool things. But NotebookLM is a powerhouse. I'm right here on the actual page for it. It's a powerhouse for research and everything else, and I've seen a lot of people doing YouTube videos talking about just copy and paste, sources from around the web and, do all this stuff and just put all these sources in there, and I feel like that's not the best way to go about using it all the time. That's one use case, the one that I'm going to be talking to you about in terms of how I basically hacked up NotebookLM, and you will too, is basically how to get yourself organized, to build a dynamic space, a dynamic notebook that is going to help you get from A to B, point A to B, B to C, and so forth, and do it smiling in your life, in your business, so you don't forget things, so you remember stuff, so you can prioritize. It will show you literally what you can ignore and what you have to pay attention to. And that is basically what it comes down to in terms of saving time, saving money, and being a happier person. What do you focus in on? What makes the most sense? Because if you're not focusing in on the right things, you're neglecting stuff that should not be neglected. So we get a little bit of help from NotebookLM and some other tools to help us facilitate that. So everything that I'm talking about today in this video is all free, which I love. I don't mind paying for stuff, but if I can get something free, I'm down with that as well too. I'm a mom, I'm a wife, I've been a fifth grade teacher for 25 years, my 25th year teaching, love my students. I have 2 memberships myself, got businesses that I'm growing, and life gets pretty busy. I use this system myself, and going into 2026, I want to let as many people know as humanly possible about this system so that you too can save money, save time, be happier, and hopefully, the whole brain friedness, the burnout, this should help out with that as well too. Okay, and of course, remember, stick around for the bonuses, little bonus tips and tricks at the end. All right, so let's go ahead and dive on in, and let's talk about the Throuple system. So we're in NotebookLM, that's part of the Throuple. It's not a couple, it's a Throuple because it's 3. They work in tandem as an actual relationship. It's a group. So we have Google Keep, Google Doc, NotebookLM. Google Keep is where you brain dump all your ideas, your notes, your screenshots, your audio bits and pieces, stuff that you wake up in the middle of the night and you're like, ooh, this is a great idea. Let me go ahead and put it in Google Keep. I chose Google Keep specifically because it's available everywhere. It's on the desktop. It's right there in the Chrome Web Store. There's like a little extension right here that you can take as you're surfing the web. On your actual phone, iPads, Androids, iPhones, it's available everywhere. You simply go ahead and download the app, put it on your phone, and then voila, you can keep all your stuff in here. Now this is my teaching account, so this stuff is not actually accurate, strictly speaking. It's made up for the purposes of this video, but it's all right here. You want to do voice notes? Do voice notes. You want to take a screenshot? Take a screenshot. You want to take an actual picture? That's fine too. Voila, Google Keep is right here, also on my desktop. And as you can see, everything's organized almost like your own little Pinterest page. It's like a Pinterest page of all of your ideas, of all of your notes, your reminders. And the reason why I have live stuff in here as well as business stuff is because if you're like me and you have a very active family life as well too, it's hard to separate and balance out the two. You're forgetting something here, you're forgetting something there, you have a deadline here, you're double booked there. It's a problem. And this system, the Throuple system, is going to help you out with that as well. Now, as a quick heads up too, everything that I'm talking about in terms of what's here in this documentation can be found at the link below. I'm going to link it in the comments and in the description box. Just go ahead and fill out, scroll on down here, pop in your name, your email, boom, you good to go. All right, but let's talk Google Keep. So you're taking pictures, you're talking in here, you're going to go ahead and do some commentary. It all pops up in here. It gives it a moment. It all populates. It's all good. Okay, you can easily go ahead and here, like if you actually took let me zoom in, 3 dots. If you went ahead and wanted to go ahead and transcribe this, you can go to these three dots right here and then go ahead and click grab image text. It's pretty good at reading handwriting. So now there it is, finished new digital escape room course workshop. Workshop is January the 28th. Pictures. Lily says that Pooh needs a friend. Your grocery shopping list, whatever. Slap a date up there, speak it out. It saves everything, which is good. So that's the first part. Secondly, and of course, if you're going through, I can show you something else really quickly before I get ahead of myself. If you are going through the internet and you see something that you like, that you want to remember, whatever the case may be, click the Chrome extension, type in what you want to remember, hit create note. It's going to go ahead and save it. All good, right? So it's there. It's convenient. It's free. You can't beat that. You just cannot beat it whatsoever. Let me cancel that. So next, you have that set. You've been taking notes. You have your reminders. You have your grocery list, all that kind of good stuff. So then we go into the log, okay? So bear with me here. The Google Doc, your log, is your vault. It's where everything gets put after you move it from Google Keep. So here's an actual template, because we don't just slap it into a regular Google Doc. We have to give it some parameters, some guardrails for NotebookLM to look at and be able to make, rational decisions based off of. So what you'll simply do for yourself, here's the template. You fill in your no-fly zones. Do you work a full-time job like me, where you're not going to be available? Put that in there. Do you have, do your kids have extracurriculars? Do you have monthly date nights, weekly date nights, whatever the case may be? You put all this stuff in here, and then you go ahead and you put in your goals. What do you want to do revenue-wise? What do you want to do marketing-wise? What's your personal goal? Do you want to drink more water? That you can put that in there too. Do you want to walk more? 10,000 steps a day? Put that in there too. And then you have over here your logs. So, and this is all kind of explaining this, but there's an example here. I want to show you that too. You fill in the month and the year. Okay, fill it all in, and you just kind of put in your information. This is all fake information and so forth. But here are the logs. Now, where it says here, start your logs below this line, this is where you put all of your Google Keep stuff. And I'm going to show you how easy this is. I'm going to zoom out. I'm just going to show you this really quickly. I'm going to put my cursor right there. Over here to the right, you don't see that little yellow arrow or that yellow kind of icon that's right here. But if you go to the bottom of a Google Doc, where it says show, the side panel, click it, it pops up right there. You click on keep, and there's all of your notes. Hit the three dots, add to document. It's there. Go on down, add the three dots, add to document. It's there. All good, right? All good. And you just simply repeat this actual process as you go. Now I'm going to go ahead and go over here to this one. The example one that I'm going to go ahead and work with NotebookLM, because at this point, it's the vault. It's the vault of precious things. If you want to go ahead and keep the note, keep the note. If you're like, you know what? That's really not my note. I really don't need it. I was just, I was having a fever dream. I don't know. Hit delete. But you can add to the doc. You can add to the doc, three dots, add to the document, and just kind of keep going. Okay? So that is the vault. Third thing, NotebookLM, and this is where the magic comes in. And will you please also take note of how I didn't say label this, color code that? This system is developed to be as frictionless as possible, to make certain that you can do what you need to do, make it as easy as humanly possible, and just kind of go from there. Literally, that is it. The main thing that you're going to be doing literally, it will be when you sit down at your actual, in your logbook, or call it whatever you want, give it whatever name you want to call it. When you sit down here, you start pulling over your notes. Now, you don't have to organize it. All you have to do is just put the stuff here. That is it. You're dragging over what is relevant. You do it once a week. You do it every other day. You do it 3 times a week. Put reminders in your phone so you remember to go ahead and do it. Because as you're taking notes and everything, you might forget. I put a reminder in my calendar to go ahead and sit down and go ahead and just brain dump. I have my notebook of stuff that I have to go ahead and take a picture of and then have it transcribed for me. I would assume that you do too. So you give yourself reminders to go ahead and do that. Now, NotebookLM, this is where you need to prepare yourselves to be amazed. Prepare yourself. So over here, you're going to go ahead and do a new notebook. We're going to hit create new. Let's go ahead and do that. Now over here where it says Google Drive, you're going to click on that. And then right here where it says recent, I want the Throuple test. I just happen to put mine with the red apple, but you're going to name your doc, your log, whatever you want to call it. Click it, insert. Now right here is all of my ideas, my appointments, whatever you put in your Google Keep that you dragged over into the vault. This is it. This is all here. It gives you a summary right here in the middle, and then we're ready to go ahead and rock and roll because now we can do stuff with it. We can ask it to do stuff for us and organize things for us. So if we go back over here to what I call the prompt pack, we're going to go over here to the main page. And typically what I like to do is just simply take this first prompt here, this first custom prompt. There are more over here that you can actually use. Prompts to give you product ideas and prompts that you can go ahead and plug into the NotebookLM if it's like a Friday night and you're tired or whatever. It just depends on the situation. But let's start off with this one right here, my favorite. We're going to grab all of this, grab this entire prompt. I'm going to try not to go too far down. It's going to ask it to look at everything in the vault, everything about my time constraints, about my goals, everything that's important to me, all my different appointments. And we're going to pop it right here in NotebookLM. Right here where it says start typing. Boom. And down here where it says give me an action plan for I'm just going to say upcoming week. I'm going to say January the 5th through January 10th. Based off these notes, and let it work. So it's going to go ahead and look through all of the information. The system was unable to answer. Oh my goodness, that's different. Hold on. Okay, teachable moment. I love those too. I went back to the actual doc. I went over here just to grab a shorter prompt just to see if I had overwhelmed it, because sometimes Googles get a little bit tricky too. But here we go. Here we go. Here we go. So now it's flagging. All right, so let me show you the prompt that I used because I had to go ahead and things on the fly. Sometimes it happens. I asked it to go ahead and be my personal scheduler, scan my daily logs, let me know if there's any conflicts, flag those, give me a realistic hour-by-hour schedule for tomorrow. And I have a bunch of made-up dates and stuff like that in here. So make sure that your dates are not made up. But let me close this out, and I'm going to zoom in so you can see what I'm talking about here. So we have here conflicts, vision board stuff, grocery shopping, that's messed up, schedule, no-fly zones, what am I doing, the golden hour, you should be working at this point in time. It lets me know where the conflicts are. It lets me know where the deadlines are. It'll do the exact same thing for you. It mentions here different hours, like a basic schedule here that I can go ahead and work with, right? That's all here. Identify the user's no-fly zones and peak energy windows. You can go ahead and click that as well. It'll answer you. So whatever is going on, whatever is popping up, because it's amazing, right? It shows you all these different things that you're going to have to do. It lays it out for you. You could say, if this is too much, give me the top 3 things that I need to do today. Because some folks get overwhelmed. Top 3 things that I need to do today based off of what you see right there. And it'll give it to you. All good. Perfect. Right? So it's gathering facts, it's doing its things, it's all good. And then it's showing, based off of the logs and the priorities established, this is what you have to do. It gives me these top 3 things right here. Boom. Boom. Prepare for this. Check Lily's gymnastics gear. Pro tip, since you are attending a party tonight and likely skipping your usual 9 to 12 a.m. golden hour, that's what I put in the example where I got my best work done. So it's acknowledging that. It knows that that's what I want. Completing copyright updates during your afternoon window is essential to staying on track for the new year. Keeping your business updated while fulfilling family promises is like preparing a classroom before the first bell. And it gives you all this advice. Like, it gets very zen with you and so forth. And so you can't beat that, right? You cannot beat that whatsoever. So all that to be said, It comes very simply and straightforwardly. Brain dump, the vault, the brain, Google Keep, Google Doc, NotebookLM. And if this actual prompt right here is a bit too much for you, because I typically use this on my pro account, I do have the pro account for this, there are several of these everyday shorter prompts you can go ahead and use and utilize to go ahead and plan out your schedule, do what you want to do. Just like I did right there, hey, give me the top 3 things I need to do today. It could be something as simple as that. Now you might be wondering too, okay, so here's my document. Like, what do I do if like this is no longer an issue? Let me go to Format, Text, Strike Through. What if this is no longer an issue? I've already done this. Format, Text, Strike Through. What if I want to go ahead and add some more stuff over here? I want to go over here and mention something about Lily's birthday party. Let's go ahead and add that to the document. Let's add this to the document. Let's add, that's a cute image, by the way. Let's add this to the document, okay? So it's changed. There's stuff going on here, right? It's not the same document. That's okay. This is what makes this dynamic. So at this point, I'm just going to refresh just to make sure it actually takes this, and hopefully it will. If not, I'll pause, because sometimes it does take a minute. But what you'll do is you'll click on this link right here and see how this says now, click to sync with Google Drive, because it's in your Google Drive. So whatever you do to change that log for that month, so you're doing January, you're still throughout the course of January adding stuff to Google Keep, you're sitting down to add, like to shove stuff from notes from Google Keep into your actual logbook or whatever you want to call it, things change, priorities switch up. You click to sync with Google Drive. Let it sync, let it sync, sync is now successful. Now it has read the document again and it knows what has changed. Let me go ahead and close this up. So you could type in something like, I've updated some ideas and appointments. What has changed? I'm going to put that right there. And while that is working, I want to show you something else pretty cool. So this is actually Google, right? We're in like it, Gemini is somewhere in here working out. Okay. So if you go ahead and you click something or you actually go over something, typically you have this option to go ahead and go, oh, hold on, let me make sure I have the right thing. That might be a paid thing, in which case, forgive me. I'm just double checking really quickly. If you have the pro version, sometimes what'll happen is it'll go ahead and give you ideas for how to go ahead and elaborate on something. But I think what we're going to end up doing is doing this in NotebookLM. Once again, a teachable moment. I love this. Okay, so let's just say right here for this business idea, let me close out that. You want to elaborate on this a little bit more. So like, what would this look like? I'm going to copy this, just grab it. It's a fake idea. Actually, it's not a bad one, but I'm going to roll with this. Let me go over here. And then it says here, several new business projects and personal appointments have been added, etc., etc. I might say, give me a schedule for the next 2 weeks and prioritize everything. I might go back over here and grab one of these quick prompts for a different scenario that I might be having, right? If I'm confused about something, what's the deal, right? Plenty of prompts in here in the prompt pack. But for right now, see how it knows that things have changed. Now over here for the business idea, I need you to elaborate on this business idea that I have and tell me in detail with bullet points how I could flesh this out. Here's the idea. There we go. And it's going to do its thing. Check my uploads, check this right here. And then look what it does. Let me zoom in. Let me go down here. To flesh out your March Madness book bracket kit, you can break the project down into visual design, functional classroom components, and a strategic production schedule that respects your rule book constraints. So it's reading over here still what my schedule is like, and it's going to give me a schedule based off of what I told it I could not do. Love it. So All that to be said is that you can work this. You can work it and it's going to know what your schedule is. It's going to know what to do and it's all good. You cannot beat this. It's phenomenal. The Throuple system is the business. That means it's awesome. All right, so I'm going to show you some bonuses because I see we're at 20 minutes and we're going to go ahead and keep working here. We're just going to work this through and be done. So compose. Over here to the right, we have keep. Right here, okay? So if we have here mom's cardiologist follow-up is firmly in the calendar for Tuesday, you want to go ahead and do a little, like a little email to mom or a reminder for something. You copy it, you paste it in here, do your email, kick it out. Keep us here in the email. Makes it very easy, very convenient. You're all good. Second little bonus. Let's just say that you want a reminder with this, okay? You want to remind yourself of something. Right here, that little bell, you can click on that. This is not fully synced to Google Calendar, but I'm going to show you a little workaround. You click Remind Me. You might say Remind Me tomorrow, 8 a.m. So then what you'll simply do is go to Google Calendar or calendar.google.com, and there it is. Mom's cardiologist follow-up, etc. You click on it, you can go ahead and, well, I wouldn't hit it end time. I'm going to hit that little edit portion right there just to double check that this, say that. So what you want to do if you want to get constant reminders is, or you want to go ahead and lock it in, then you go ahead and schedule it, mom's cardiologist appointment. Or, let me hit an X right there, go back to Google Keep, click on this. Instead of saying does not repeat, you can say repeat daily. So you get consistent reminders across the board for this particular important event that's coming up. So if you're someone who's kind of forgetful, whatever the case may be, here's a workaround to remind yourself of a note. Or you might do this here for the toothpaste because apparently we're out. All right, last but not least, I'm gonna click off of this, close that, get rid of that. Boop. Yes, delete the task. So what you can also do is this. And I'm just going to stick with the whole mom's cardiologist, highlight it, and then hit E. That archives it. So if this is getting kind of messy for you, you want to get rid of some stuff, but you don't want to delete it. Because you can delete these. You can. You hit the 3 dots, delete note. But let's just say you don't know if what you're deleting is actually, it should actually be deleted. You still want to have it handy. Just do what I showed you. Go ahead and just highlight it, hit E, the actual letter E on your keyboard, and you'll notice that if you still search the word mom, what was I talking about? Mom, pick up mom's prescription, take mom to the spa, or whatever the case may be, it will pop up for you at that point in time. Okay, it'll pop up for you. Any kind of keyword that's actually there, it will pop up. So that is a really cool bonus you can go ahead and utilize and use as well. And right there, I went ahead and typed in cardio, which, what is that word? What did I mean? Something like that. Something like that will go ahead and help you out. But as you can see, it can't be any more clear and as frictionless as humanly possible. You have your brain dump, you have the vault, you have your brain, and you're ready to rock and roll and make some moves in your life, make some moves in your business, and make it as simple or straightforward as you need it to be. And that is all good. All right, I'm here back on NotebookLM. I want to show you one more thing, just one more thing. Over here where it says infographic, where it says slide deck, etc., all these tools are pretty awesome. I'm not going to go over all of them, but I do want to show you the infographic portion really quickly. So you click on the little edit tool, the little edit icon, and you can ask it to make an infographic of your top 3 priorities for the day. Make me a cartoon doodle numbered list of my top priorities for, I'm going to say January the 2nd. Use 3rd grade vocabulary. And I only say that because if you don't, sometimes it ends up being a little bit too detailed. I'm going to hit concise. I'm also going to put down, make sure you number, just for emphasis, make sure you number them 1, 2, 3 and generate. This is going to take a minute, so I'm going to pause. And I'm going to be right back to show you what this looks like. Okay, all done over here. Top 3 things to do. Click on that, and voila. I love a little message there. If I had done it portrait style like this, could have put it on my phone. This can go ahead and go on my laptop, my desktop. You can do this pretty much with whatever you want in NotebookLM. But here's that reminder: visual on the phone, on your laptop, on your desktop, whatever. My friends, this is a powerful trio of tools that I urge you with all my heart to take advantage of. Go ahead and grab the freebie down below of these prompts, this setup, this logbook. Systems are what make our lives so much more smoother, make us be able to earn more money, to save time, because we're focusing in on the right things. And NotebookLM, notice how I didn't say organize to the get-go. I didn't say color code and label and do this. It's not necessary. It's not. You do want to double check everything, of course. Make sure you got all your stuff set and ready and your actual notes are pulled over, because AI is not infallible. I do want to say that. But this is a very, very great tool for you if you're someone who, like me, gets overwhelmed. There's a lot going on, and you just want to make certain you're a little bit more balanced. You're not forgetting stuff. You're not dropping the ball. That's it for me right now. You take care, be well. Let's have a fantastic 2026. Go out there, make some money, build your businesses, love your family, love your life, and let the Throuple system, NotebookLM, working in tandem with these tools, help you out with that. You take care and be well. Bye.